Dana Schwartz. Okay, do we really care what your opinion is about gatekeeping at this point? No, seriously. Seriously, when you gatekeep old fans away by changing the property and telling that they have a problem with it, that actually is also gatekeeping. So what's your problem here? What's your problem, Dana? Fan gatekeeping is a profoundly toxic subculture. Oh. Yes, it is. And anytime I am kept and bullied out of something that I actually enjoy by new people who want to come in and change it just to close the gate behind me and kick me on the way out the door, yeah, that is gatekeeping. And I agree, Dana. You people are being extraordinarily toxic by coming in and changing things just to lock us out the door and take our stuff like a bunch of cultural appropriation piratey vandals. That's what you people are. You are the gatekeepers. You are the ones with the problem. And wow, I am just zeroed in on your nose for some reason because it's like she's looking down it at me. But I don't know. That's all I'm seeing.
Interesting people. I just play people.
Drop the taco. Get in the car.
No, we're not dropping any tacos. Dana, drop the act. Drop the interest in She-Hulk. I know you're in it for a paycheck. What do they say? The good people at Bounding Into Comics. And thank you so much for sending me this one. Marvel Studios' upcoming Disney Plus She-Hulk series is written by Dana Schwartz, and recently she declared that fangaping is a profoundly toxic subculture. Yeah, I agree. I think that they shouldn't come in and change established franchises, characters, things, just to lock us out and kick us out the door. These comments came after Schwartz railed on South Park back in February, saying it seems impossible to overstate the cultural damage done by South Park, a show that she was not even born yet when it started airing. Not even born yet. See, now this is somebody from my generation. This is something that is clearly a show for my generation, South Park. I grew up watching it. Actually, I didn't grow up watching it. I was a grown adult when it came out. It came out in 97, 98 or so. I was pretty much out of the house already. I was done growing up. And yeah, everybody still grows as they change throughout life. It's yada yada yada. We get that. Not worth arguing semantics over on that one. South Park does not damage the culture. South Park kind of allows us to take a step back, look at the ridiculousness of both sides of the garbage and the pettiness and the bickering, and kind of look at it from we're really dumb for arguing about this stuff. I know, I get it. We're all pretty much aware that South Park is satirical. It's meant to entertain people. It's meant to take stupid situations of the world and laugh at them, and they're the people who gave us the member berries.
Remember Chewbacca again? Oh, I love to remember Chewbacca.
They're the ones who pointed out that all of these franchises that are being dragged out are just a play on a nostalgia dollar to get us to, drink the Kool-Aid and say, oh, I remember that. I remember loving that. I remember loving this thing like Star Wars or Star Trek.
Shut the fuck up. I'm sending a squad.
No. This is my time. This is my turn to speak, Admiral effing Hubris. We remember these franchises and we remember them a certain way. And when these new people come in and lock us out the door, oh, that's probably not what the gatekeeping she's talking about. She's talking about us complaining that they're coming in and stealing our shit. Okay, got it. Transcendental Cthulhu Relay. SJWs can't cope with things being funny. No, they can't. They don't have any senses of humor. They don't understand what they're talking about. They just want to come in and tell us all what to do.
Drop the taco. Get in the car.
Like they think they own the place or something. Like they're allowed to dictate our lives. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's our dollar. We don't have to buy their crappy products. We don't have to watch this, or if we do, rail on it. Let the YouTubers rail on it if it deserves it. And if it's actually good, like The Mandalorian turned out to be for a lot of people, even though I wasn't a big fan of it, and I'm only in it for little baby effing Yoda who's adorable.
Do the magic hand thing. Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing.
delicious.
I'm out of ideas.
Oh yeah, Baby Yoda. Even though I only am in it for Baby Yoda, a lot of people actually genuinely enjoy this story, and it's not that bad. It's really not a bad story. It's been done to death, and it's a little slow for my taste. But no, it's not that bad of a thing, and I can see why people like it.
In retrospect, it seems impossible to overstate the cultural damage done by South Park. The show portrayed earnestness as the only sin, and taught that mockery is the ultimate inoculation against all criticism.
Well, yes. These are you're one of these people who are like, don't attack me because you criticize me. You're attacking me. See, at least for me, I'm like, I just don't want to fucking debate it. I don't want to argue. I don't want to debate semantics. I don't care. I am confident enough in my own opinions that I don't need to sit here and debate back and forth. But of course, Dana Schwartz, however, does, because anytime somebody says something bad about her, she's like, you're attacking me and you're criticizing me, and I got slammed with all these attacks from these nasty trolls and men and blah, 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 blah. Shut up, girl. Fucking, if you cannot take the crap from your own post. See, this is where I'm at. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care anymore. If people want to disagree with me, they can. I don't care. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to debate. Like, if you can't understand what I say based on my post, then that's your problem, right? Scorpius Bob, thank you so much. $5 super sticker. The drop the mic. Is that a drop the mic? Or is it a drop the taco?
Drop the taco. Get in the car.
Thank you so much. K70 Freeman. It's not about the shows or franchises anymore. It's how they can be used to tell people I'm better than you and you're a bad person. It's a game no one can win. Exactly. And that's why I refuse to debate the semantics. I refuse to debate their little bullying I don't want to deal with that crap anymore. This is my opinion of it. And I'm a strong enough, confident enough adult where I can have an opinion and I don't need to argue with a bunch of people I don't know to justify that. I don't need to defend it. I don't need to be told why I'm incorrect or why I'm a bad person. So I'm assuming that this picture here is supposed to be problematic because it's a little also, I owe you for the super chat, don't I? Jiggle Cam for the super chat since we are in the middle of a live stream. Thank you so much. I'm assuming this is problematic for somebody like Dana, right? Where she would not be wanting to, I don't know, wear a skin tight thing showing off her jiggle bits. Is that what the thing is? Or is this okay? I don't even know anymore because everything is problematic to these people. And I'm tired of hearing them run their little mouths saying, oh, you're so problematic. And stop.
Shut the fuck up.
I tweeted a pretty mild opinion about TV show on my own personal Twitter account like a week ago, and I've been getting multiple death threats every day since. Like, lol, is there something that women are allowed to have an opinion on? Well, I don't know, because I get the same shit when I get all the Brie Larson fans coming after me.
Drop the taco. Get in the car.
Shut up, Captain People.
I just see people, and I just play people.
Ugh. No, we're really not. And here's the thing. I did what anybody with a YouTube channel does who gets death threats. I monetized them. I used that to my advantage and said, this is the crap that I'm dealing with over having an opinion, right? And here's the thing though. I wasn't calling out an entire group of people for being a bunch of ists and phobes and all this garbage. I was saying, hey, Brie Larson had a snotty attitude, and it seems like they don't want us to buy that product. And this is the same thing. It seems like people don't want us to buy this product. Dana. Oh, Dana, you didn't just assume the genders of anyone who disagrees with you, did you, sweetheart? Because I disagree with you on this one.
Men really need to take a deep breath.
Here's somebody calling her out for it. Where on your Instagram is there a mention that you're passionate about comics? In a medium where frauds are spotted like criminals casing a bank, how do you truly believe you'll write something interesting? I would say good luck, but that would imply you give a shit beyond your own upward mobility. So how about don't fuck up an iconic character created by a company that has grown the IP for nearly 50 years. Yeah, I agree with that. See, and I'm somebody, as you guys know, I didn't read the Marvel and the DC stuff. I'm the Star Trek person coming in after reading too many All of the Archie, like all of them, every single one. I read every single one from about 1988 to about 1991. All of them, every iteration. I was going back into the back catalog. I was going into the little Archie stuff, which I had missed. I was going into the 60s. Oh, Laugh, Pals and Gals, those I know. I know the Archie stuff. And this is why I avoid Riverdale like the plague, because I know that they've got it basically a CW mess. This is why I'm not trying to shoehorn my way into writing superheroes. If I wrote something, it would be closer to a Star Trek thing or an Archie thing, because those would be more where my interests are. Now, based on her books, she doesn't give one crap about it. Did you guys see Dana Schwartz's actual novel? She's a novelist. Let's look up and see what she's done, because I have a feeling none of them are superhero related. I actually didn't even look at this. Dana Schwartz, Choose Your Own Disaster. She's got a Choose Your Own Disaster book. White Man's Guide to White Male Writers on the Western Canon, and another book called And We're Off. So she's written 3 books that I've never heard of. None of this has to do with comics or anything. Like, I am more qualified because I've seen a lot of the superhero movies, because I've been talking about them as the science fiction-y sort of genre person coming in, because Star Trek am garbage now. Like, no, really, Star Trek's just bad. Yeah, it's not watchable. Nothing here says anything that she's even likes any franchisey things. What's this one? Is this the closest one to a franchise? 17-year-old Nora Holmes is an artist and a painter. Let's see. From the moment she could hold a brush, she inherited the skills from her grandfather, Robert, who has always nurtured Nora's talent and encouraged her, followed her passion. Still, Nora is shocked and elated when Robert offers her a gift of an all-expense-paid summer trip to Europe to immerse herself in the craft and to study history's most famous artists. All right, this has nothing to do with comic-y, genre-y, anything. This seems like a nice enough story. It seems like an interesting enough read if you really want to. This one's the one that's really, really freaking offensive, though. This one's really. What do you know about white men doing anything, Dana? You're a little rich girl. I would assume she's Jewish based on her name. I'm just going to say it. I would assume she's Jewish based on her name. I don't know for sure. What do you know about white men? Allow me, the @guy in your MFA, to expound on the most important, aka white male writers of Western literature. Alright, this one. Hilarious and heartbreaking. Joe Piazza is an unflinchingly honest memoir about a young woman's terrible and life-changing decision, while hoping and sometimes failing to find herself, in the style of Never Have I Ever and Adulting. So basically, she writes books for grown adult teenagers to complain that they've never had to be grown up and adulting is hard. This is who's writing She-Hulk? Dancing at the Pity Party. Yeah, that's very similar to the type of stuff that she would write. You know, the little crybaby, poor me, I'm a 27-year-old grown teenager and I am bored and I'm going to go out and party because F you, boomers.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bungo.
So she's mad because she has to be an adult. Now, Schwartz has decided to publicly shame one of her critics as well as entire male gender. Men really need to take a deep breath. See, now, when I retweet people who attack me, it's actually an attack. This is just calling her out for not knowing what she's talking about, right? This is just calling her out for having nothing, anything superhero-y ever at all. Like, at least for me, at least I've seen Batman. At least I've seen the TV show. And for somebody like her, she's probably never even heard of a comic book. She's like, oh, I guess there's a thing called She-Hulk. It's about time we had a female version of Hulk, you know. She probably doesn't know it's an old established character from back when I was young. Oh, man, I remember hearing about She-Hulk when I was growing up. Matt G, 149, super sticker, the Derpicord. Oh, thank you so much. This is who it is. This is the character in Unicorn Store. They gave the bratty character in Unicorn Store a book deal, and then they let her write She-Hulk.
I don't have negative energies. I have loving energies. And this unicorn is going to love all of my energies. And if she doesn't, then she can just go back to her sad little forest. first, okay?
She's writing for my age group and insulting people of my age, writing Sonic Says. That's what it seems like. That's really what it seems like. And like all of us, none of us are born perfect. I get it. I know I'm not perfect. I know I do a lot of the stuff that I probably shouldn't having a YouTube. I know that. I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm working on it. She has no self-awareness, though. A lot of these people just have no idea that they're doing anything wrong. He added, it's a connected medium with a character driven by its original source material. My question is this: why are you interested beyond the money? What makes you want to write about She-Hulk when you're clearly not interested in the genre? They continued, pointless seething. Why am I hearing that the industry that birthed the character she was about to write is in trouble on every major journalist outlet? After the train wreck that was Birds of Prey, I would prefer not having another writer enter the arena and produce a pile of garbage. Even her most ardent simps and sycophants, that's your cue, Tim, won't support. Juicy Revival added, the point of my seething protest is that I can smell the disingenuous agenda-driven persona, and I would like the writer to the stunning and brave guts to tell me why she is motivated to write about a comic character. Sure hope that answer isn't only about the cash and the feminist agenda, because that would be selfish, wouldn't it? See, I would like to write She-Hulk. I think you could get that one right, because you could get her a little bit more, you could give people more confidence in their bodies, give people more confidence to jiggle when they want. I grew up with people like Elvira as a role model, women who were strong and comfortable in their own sexuality, to not need to bash men, but to say, hey guys, you like looking? It's fine. That's why they're here. That's why I have a jiggle cam, because they're there to look at. They're there to use as a way to celebrate why women are different than men. And you could have a character like She-Hulk. You could really go in and have her struggle with, well, yeah, now I'm just a version. If you really, really want to get deep and psychological on this, you could have her come in and do a story arc. And this is me not knowing that much about She-Hulk, and I'm going to admit this right now. You could have a character come in and say, look, I do not want to be just another she version. I don't want to be like Black Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I don't want to be like Lady Iron Man, Riri Williams. I don't want to be another version of an established character. How do I distinguish myself from the male characters that had come before me? You need to have some sort of way to break out of that. You need to have some sort of way, instead of just coming in and appropriating all these characters and shoving out the original fans, you need to have some way of these characters saying, yes, this is how I've been written, but how do I break free from that now? You need to get rid of all these people, and you need to come in and reboot these shit characters, You need to go in and say, okay, rather than just a female version of this, like a Lady Thor, or a Whammon Thor, or a Lady Spider-Man, Lady She-Hulk girl, whatever. And I know these are older characters too. I know She-Hulk's been around for a while. You could bring that discussion in nowadays when everything is just a woman version or an ethnic version of something we already have, just because diversity, we need representation. No. We need a reason why these characters are more than just skin deep. We need to have a story arc where these characters are going around saying, yes, I am not just a label. I am not just this thing. And I know you probably already have it 30 years ago. Look out, Tower Vlogs, thank you so much. £1 super chat because of the jiggle cam. Fake imitations, that's what it feels like. Oh, it's virtue signaling these. I know, and it's like, I don't want to be just the LBT whatever in anything. I'm a B. I'm bisexual. I don't want to just be that. That's why it's like the last thing anybody needs to know about me, because seriously, who cares? Nobody cares who anybody does any giggity with anymore, right? Unless it's too hot, steamy L's. But that's the thing. We don't care about this. And I agree. Oh, here you go. Here she's playing the victim. Oh, no, he doubled down. No, he's just asking, okay, that actually seems pretty decent, right? He's respectful. He's not just saying, hey, what the crap do you know about She-Hulk, right? Which It's a good point. What the crap does she know about I get so tired of this. If they want to make characters in comics, why are they getting these YA propaganda novelists out there like this crap? Choose Your Own Disaster paperback. Like, why are we getting these? Yeah, sure, you're in paperback. So you wrote, you got what? So you wrote 3 books. Whoop-de shit. None of these have anything to do with comics genre. None of these are even science fiction. She's a writer with bylines for Entertainment Weekly, Vanity Fair, Glamour, Marie Claire, The New Yorker, GQ, and more. So she went to school and networked with the right people to get in the right position where she's making a huge fat paycheck to come in and what? This is the same shit with Michael. She's a girl Michael Chabon. What the crap? She's the girl version of Michael Assing Chabon who comes in here and writes some novels that are completely unrelated to the genre. And she's like, oh yeah, I love this. And then she doesn't even say she likes it. She doesn't even say, has she even seen the Avengers? I've probably seen more comic book movies than she has. And like I said, I'm the Star Trek person coming into this as Star Trek's dead, what's next? What is somebody like her going to bring to the table that's going to get people on board who don't already watch superhero things and don't like superhero shows that much to begin with? What is she going to bring into the table that's going to attract a new audience? Because guess what? If you didn't really like superhero stuff to begin with, coming in and changing it is not going to make you like it anymore. Like, I'm watching Batwoman just out of obligation at this point. I'm not watching it because it has anything to do with comic books, and the fact that it has so little is kind of why I keep coming back, because I'm like, well, I don't have to even know anything about the comic books. I never have to bother to read a book because it has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with Batman. It has nothing to do with Batwoman. It is a relationship drama about a girl trying to find sisterhood with an actual sister who's crazy and a half sister or stepsister, I guess, who is going through. That is Batwoman. It has nothing to do with superheroes. Related. Picard showrunner, like I just said. Picard showrunner.
The idea that I need to somehow prove my worthiness in order to work in a certain genre is incredibly toxic.
No, you need to look like you actually want the job and are qualified for the job. Because guess what? We're customers. And if we don't think you're qualified for the job, this might be why. We're asking the questions that the people at fucking Marvel should have been asking in the first goddamn place. They should have said, what qualifies you to write this? Okay, you wrote a bunch of unrelated shit. What? Maybe you're the toxic one. Maybe the people at Marvel are the ones who should be doing their goddamn jobs and should get in there and actually ask the questions and interview you. What did you do? Blow them to get the job? What the fuck did you do? You're not qualified for this, lady. I'm not qualified for this, but I'm more qualified than you are.
The idea that I somehow need to prove my worthiness in order to work in a certain genre is incredibly toxic. It's also sexist. It's not sexist, you dumb bitch. If you said, here's my comic book collection, we wouldn't be having this fucking discussion, right? If it's somebody like me who comes in, I'm like, yeah, I don't know that much about Marvel. I'm a Star Trek person. I know science fiction. I know people. I know fandoms. I know comics because I had a Foot Locker full of fucking Archies back in the day. I know what people want from a franchise. I wouldn't try and make She-Hulk into Archie. I would try to make She-Hulk into She-Hulk. Well, the first thing I would do is I would get every issue of She-Hulk, study it. I would go to the people who made it originally if I could find them. I would go in and I would find what made people like that character in the first place. If I were somebody like Dana fucking Schwartz. Now, she needs to shut her cunt mouth and stop with this bullshit.
Shut the fuck up. I'm sending.
Okay, I'm sorry. Bill Stevens, $5 for the jiggle. Love you, Becca. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Oh, here's where I go from 0 to psycho in a second. Her first argument is extremely laughable. Ooh. See, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. I mean, I don't like how high up it is. I would have it a little lower cut. I don't mind that artwork. That's okay. She looks mostly naked, though, and I think I like that. I like the fact, that this is a character I was kind of excited. I was curious about because I found her to be, if I were into green chicks, she reminds me of just a muscly version of an Orion from Star Trek. But She should go watch the animated series. She probably doesn't even know that one is.
Fan gatekeeping is a profoundly toxic subculture. The people who think enjoying a thing gives them ownership over it. No, here's the problem, Dana. When you come into an established franchise, you owe them. You owe the fans to keep it that thing. And the same thing goes for Star Trek, and the same thing goes for Star Wars and all of these franchises. When you come in and you change it just to what? Change it for because you don't like it anyway. Fuck that. No. That's not going to be the thing. Like, in this day and age where Hollywood is determined to destroy true franchises with identity politics and woke politics, not to mention introducing canon-breaking character developments and plot points for the sake of being modern, fan gatekeeping might be more important than ever. It keeps writing teams honest, and it might be one of the few things attempting to preserve a rich and wonderful storytelling of franchises, right? If she doesn't want to work on She-Hulk and wants to go in with whatever she wants to do, make that. Maybe this shows that you're not a strong enough writer to develop a TV show on your own. Ever think about that, Dana? Maybe the fact that you hack writers come in and get assigned all of these dead properties anyway, with DC and Marvel are done. They're both dead. We know that. And there's no point in defending them. I don't want to deal with DC and Marvel shit. And this is why I support the Comicsgate people, because they're actually going out of their way to try and give the fans a product that they want. Because they're like, hey, people want to buy comics. We can give them comics. We make the comics, and we got kicked out of the industry by these assholes, so we'll just make our own with blackjack and hookers and make them better. Bill Stevens, She-Hulk was my first love. Then Real Girls came in. She-Hulk was the first to break the fourth wall. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. See, I'm intrigued. I'm actually really interested in She-Hulk. I need to dig a little deeper into it because I want to be more of an expert. I want to be more of an expert than the people making it. Oh, I like the gloves. I do like those gloves. I like the fingerless gloves. I have so many fingerless gloves that I do love. Yeah, so that's my Dana Schwartz. If you want to read this whole article, John Trent does a really good job here, and he's got a YouTube channel. Check that out. He's linking Gary's video. Got to be on a stream with Gary on Saturday, so shout out to him, and I'm sorry if I go over him on streams. This stuff. Yeah, Hail Comics Game. Now I'm sweaty. What do you guys think? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am going back to my live stream. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!